Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. This is In the Kitchens. We're here today with you to do some cooking. We know that the YMCA has postponed their cooking classes and you guys are all at home, so we thought what a better way to spend our day than to cook with you guys at your houses. So Bryce is with me today. Bryce is my 5th grader and he wanted to join in with In the Kitchens to cook some orange chicken, which goes along with our Mulan theme that we've had this month for cooking classes. So he's going to be here today to cook with us, and we're going to take you step by step through the recipe. And you guys are welcome to cook along with us, or if you would prefer to watch the whole video and then cook on your own independently afterwards. We've attached the recipes to this post, so you guys are welcome to do that as well. So let's get started. So when we start with our orange chicken recipe, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at the marinade section because we need to marinate the chicken for 30 minutes. So the marinade says that we need 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of orange juice, and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. So we're going to work on getting that measured out for you. Bryce, would you like to start with 1/4 cup of soy sauce?
Sure.
Go ahead, my friend. And we're going to put it right here in this dish. In this dish to marinate the chicken.
That's so much. Jeez. That's a lot of soy sauce. I don't think this is healthy, but
it's light soy sauce. That's good. While he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and measure the orange juice. We need 2 tablespoons worth of orange juice. Go ahead and put it in the bowl, please. Put it in the bowl, please.
I will.
Nice job. And we need 1/4 cup of cornstarch, which is quite a bit of cornstarch. Bryce, can you grab me another 1/4 cup, please? Seems like a lot of cornstarch, but the reason it calls for cornstarch is in order to help the marinade stick to the chicken. So as we create this marinade, that cornstarch will just kind of help it to stick a little bit better. Okay, the marinade is created, so our next step is going to be to cut the chicken into cubes. Okay, so now we're on to the chicken step. So you're going to use 2 chicken breasts. I used about 1 pound of chicken with the 2 chicken breasts. And we're just cutting them into bite-sized pieces. You can see Bryce over there working. He's using a butter knife from our kitchen. Just a great, easy, safe way for kids to cut safely by themselves. If you'd like to use a sharp knife with your child, that's completely fine. Just make sure that you're watching to make sure their fingers are back. Bryce is cutting his pieces into bite-sized pieces. It's important for people or for the kids to know to make sure those pieces are all about the same size so that way they cook evenly. So we're just going to continue to keep cutting here. You guys may continue doing your cutting at home, and then we'll meet back in just a few seconds and we will tell you the next steps.
Carry on.
All right, we're back. So we finished cutting our chicken, and now we put it in the marinade and we let it sit there for about 30 minutes. You can see that the marinade is starting to coat the chicken pieces, so it's getting ready to be put into the frying pan. But before we put it into the frying pan, we're going to go ahead and make the sauce portion of our recipe. So if you look at your recipe, you can see that the sauce has 2 tablespoons of oil, 3/4 cup of orange juice, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So we're going to work to get all of those ingredients inside this dish right here. We're going to whisk it up and mix it, and that way we can pour that over our chicken once it's done cooking. So Bryce, you want to go ahead and start with we need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. While he's doing that, again, I'm going to go ahead and do the orange juice because we need 3/4 cup of orange juice. Okay, so here's 1 tablespoon. We need of cornstarch, please. So this is a great chance to practice fractions, parents, as you are measuring the orange juice. We're using 1/4 cup of orange juice. Bryce, how many fourths do we need to make 3/4 cup?
3.
Excellent job. Flip it up against the side there.
Oh, I gotta get it all to the back then.
There you go. Perfect. Nice job. Go ahead and start to whisk that for me, please. Go ahead and whisk that for me, please. While he's whisking, I'm going to go ahead and add the other liquid ingredients, which is 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. We need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. The sauce works really well with 2 people. 1 person can measure, the other person can stir. 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. And 2 tablespoons of oil. Do you like to do the oil?
I'm fine.
And there you have the sauce. Very simple, very easy.
2 tablespoons?
2 tablespoons of oil. We're using olive oil for the oil, but if you have vegetable oil or canola oil, you could use that as well. All right, so the next step is going to be using our frying pan to cook up the chicken. So we've heated up about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons worth of oil in our pan, and we have it going on medium-high heat. So the next step is to add the chicken, and it says to add it with a slotted spoon so that the marinade doesn't get into the frying pan as much. We just want the marinade that's coating the chicken. So as you put your chicken into the frying pan, it will sizzle a little bit. Remember to stand back. And also remember that we want the pieces of chicken to be evenly spaced in the pan and not be all clumped on top of each other, because it won't cook if they're all clumped. So we're going to try to space them out a little bit so they're not real close to each other. And we're going to let these, did it get you?
It's getting me a lot.
So make sure you step back. We're going to let these cook until they get brown. And then we'll turn them so that all sides are brown on the pieces of chicken. Okay, so our chicken is still cooking. We're finishing up our second batch of chicken. We had to do 2 batches because otherwise the chicken would have been too close together. So you can see it's nice and golden brown. Okay, this is the second batch. We're going to add in our first batch that we did, and so it's all in one pan. And then we're going to keep our heat on medium-high, and we're going to add in the sauce that we made. And the recipe says to go ahead and cook the sauce, the chicken inside the sauce for about 5 minutes until the sauce begins to thicken. So if you remember, we put cornstarch in the sauce as well, so that will help to thicken up the sauce as it cooks. So this is the end of our recipe. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. This is a great recipe to make with just some steamed rice, maybe some broccoli. We're also going to attach another recipe, it's called congee, which you can try at home if you'd like to do that as well. But again, just simple rice will be a great accompaniment to this orange chicken recipe. Again, thanks for joining us within the kitchens today. We hope you guys had fun. Please let us know if you have any questions as you're cooking. Bye.
Bye.